Hello, it's Glenda with aka GK Franklin, a friendly community. Okay, we're still doing stories. I didn't have this open and queued up, so never mind. I got another story today from Carol Manukian, and it says, "Here is my funny, not at the time, animal story." Okay, we're almost to October, so I'm going to read this a little bit because you'll see why I read it this way. Anyway, I'm going to try and put a little suspense to it. It was cool November evening a few years ago, getting ready for my son's birthday party. I had the house all cleaned, the backyard washed down and decorated, tables all set up, pretty lights strung, balloons and streamers hung, fire pit set up with chairs placed all around. A big part of our family are our dogs, who almost everybody loves, so I knew they would be one of the centers of attention for the party. I made sure to have them, including my son, groomed, smelling nice, and fluffy, soft for everyone to hug and kiss. The sun went down. My husband was still at work, and at the time, it was only me and the birthday boy at home. I was busily preparing the food for the 30 guests set to arrive in an hour. There was an opossum on the block wall separating us from our neighbor's backyard, and the dogs were trying to get at it. My son flew down the stairs, falling I should say, ran into the backyard to push it over the wall using a broomstick, but of course, rather than that, the possum grabbed hold of the broomstick and proceeded to fall into our backyard. You got the pictures of this backyard in your head, I hope, people. Okay, here we go. Or a large white husky named Susie, and Charlie, the little Chihuahua, immediately went into protective mode and attacked it, tearing it to shreds. Well, Charlie the Chihuahua barked, then ran to hide, while Susie did the dirty work. My son tried to stop the fight using a broomstick. In doing so, he fell into the fire pit, dumping it over, knocking down the light string. Streamers and balloons went sailing off into the night sky. By the time we got Susie off the poor thing, it was dead as a doorknob. Blood and guts everywhere, and I mean everywhere. First thing we did was dispose of the poor creature. We came back to find that both dogs had rubbed themselves in the glory of the kill, which contained, hug your little kids' ears, feces, stomach contents, you name it. Okay, we're getting close to October, guys. 15 minutes left until party time. Food not ready. Dogs to bathe. An entire yard to clean and redecorate. Not to mention showers for my son and I, and a new set of attire. It was a birthday party we will never forget. To end this on a happy note, the party turned out lovely, despite it all, and made for a funny party time story to which people responded with laughs and expressions of disgust. Thank you, Carol Manukian. That was quite the story. I enjoyed reading it, even though it took me a few tries. Again, hello. I can't even remember where it goes from there. Okay, I'm out of breath again. I just finished taking a bath. A Betty Beth. I don't think this reading's going to be great. It's 88. That's up from where I thought it would be. It's been getting down, unfortunately. But I think that's coming up, 90. See when it's at least close to 90. It drops again when I'm talking. It comes up faster, especially if I'm breathing. There we go. I am working on the necklace for my granddaughter. And I tell you, she had some odd things picked out that I can't seem to find pairs for because of the kind of bucket this is. A bucket of beads, but there's not saying there aren't matches. There are, but it's hard to find enough matches. So it's a little coat of many colors. I don't mind that at all. I don't think she will. Little girl needs a lot of colors. Where did the blue go? Anyway, I keep changing my mind on it, and eventually I'll settle on something. I decided to go with a lot of beads on the up front part because, well, just because. I'm doing it, and I get to choose. But I am missing a little blue doohickey that was over on the other side, and now it's not. When you're trying to get things even out, they don't always work that way. That's where this one came from. But I'm here. I'll stare at you a while because I'm totally befuddled. We have a new member by the name of Mark Neff. Everybody say hello. And it's nice to have another guy in our group. Justin pops in every once in a while. I know there's others out there, but we like guys that help participate because we don't want to look like an all-girl band. Sometimes Sweet Joe will pop his head in, but most of the time we talk about him. And if you don't know who Sweet Joe is, Mark, it is my husband. Everybody loves Sweet Joe. And right now he's sleeping, so. But anyway, Mark, I am going to ask you to please write just a little something about yourself in the comments so that everybody can get to know you. And everybody, please say hi to the guy. I mean, after all, he's here. And we like to be silly, Mark. Sorry, that's just the way we is. I just had an idea, and I'm going to try to freestyle this. So it's probably not going to go well. So give me that. Okay, we were talking about pigs yesterday. Now, Carla thinks pigs are cute. And they are. They're the cutest little dinky things until they get big. When they get big, they get, well, let's just say they're money or they're meat. I know some people don't like that, but you've never lived with a pig. I'm not talking about a pet pot-belly pig. I am talking about a farm full of 1,000 hogs from farrow to finish and everything in between. And mean old sows. So anyway, I decided I'll do something about pigs. Excuse me. There was an old sow who lived in a zoo. Had so many piglets, the zookeepers didn't know what to do. The old sow they kicked out in another part of the pen. Only let the pigs around her when they were ready to eat. That didn't rhyme. Anyway, I'm doing freestyle song. There was an old sow who lived in a barn. I like the zoo better. There was an old sow. She lived in a zoo. Had so many piglets, the zookeepers didn't know what to do. So they took the piglets and put them in children's hands and said, now guys, let's just feed them. But don't name those little pins. Nothing's working. There's a goose on a shelf with her neck all stretched out, trying to figure out where's the way out. Little goslings are all standing around, looking at Mommy. Mommy, where's lunch? Ow, ow, ow. Unfortunately, on a shelf, nobody leaves any food. So she sits there with her neck stretched and never does move. Now, you might have guessed by now that this goose is made of glass. And the ducklings look hungry, but they don't really care at all. So is there a moral to the story? Absolutely not. It's a filler, and that is what I've got. Stay tuned for the bloopers afterwards. Yeah, there were some at the beginning, but I put them at the end too. So after the music, the end, music. Stick around for a couple more bloopers. I love y'all. Good night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow or the rest of this one, because I made this last night, of course. And I'll see you again. So how is everybody? Or? Okay. I'm glad I can edit.